I'm going to kick it off with a win, not for me, from one of our listing sprint participants. She had actually participated in our inaugural deal sprint following the three-step blueprint. Find a deal to use as bait, use that bait to reach out to buyers, make offers either on the bait or make offers on behalf of the buyers on other transactions. Wendy texted me around 6 o'clock last night. Buddy! Exclamation point. I knew something good was coming. I had to mute a few times to take calls during the sprint today. I need to catch up a bit, but hit 34. So she reached out to 34 sellers during the Closers Cafe yesterday. So she was working as I was working, which is what I would recommend for many of you. She said, I hit 34 looking for properties for a $1.4 million buyer that she has in her hand, okay, in her buyer hand. That was a buyer I think she got posting on social, either that from or from a networking group. She said, from the 34, I got one reply. They aren't selling, but the neighbors plan to move. Bingo, called, spoke with the seller, setting a showing for this week, probably 1.1 million-ish. Then I reached out to a prior client. He's a cash buyer and owns a ton of stuff. Happens to have a duplex he wants to sell. Sean hops in a car, should be signing a listing tonight at 350K. So Sean, was that tonight or last night? Sean's nodding.
Yeah, so I met with him last night. He said, I'm at the property. If you want to swing by, I'm here. I'm like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And I went there, and the first conversation was of me bringing a buyer to him and him acting as a FISBO. And then I started talking about our different listing on the market programs. And then I reminded him how strong what the new laws are with commissions. And
Yep.
he's like, "Oh my God, I totally forgot." I was like, "We can totally utilize that for negotiating." And he's like, "What was this is listed?" It kind of shocked me because he's got like 15 plus mega houses around the lake.
Yeah.
And he also told me about a $3 million home that he's open to taking offers on as well last night. But yeah, I told Wayne, like, we got to do pictures and measurements ASAP because he wants it on the market this weekend.
Listen, money follows speed and time kills all deals. Money follows speed and time kills all deals. That's your mindset for today. Write that down. Money follows speed and time kills all deals. When you got somebody who's ready to go, don't talk them out of it, Like go. And that's like you drop everything to make that happen, to close the loop on that, because that's the business. You can go back and fix other things that you may have dropped that aren't as far along in the process, that aren't as far along in the pipeline. So that's great. Some more context on that. Wendy also said, I already had him as a relationship, meaning she already had a relationship with him, but I called him looking to see if he wanted to pick up any of our recent off-market properties that she and Sean have a hand of off-market sellers, okay, cards of off-market sellers, and then in the other hand, have ready-to-go buyers, some of them retail, some of them investor, some of them looking for a second home because they're in that kind of market, right? Anyway, she reached out to him. She had a reason to reach out, right? She wasn't just like, check it in. Just check it in. How's it going? Just following up. Nobody wants that. She was looking to see if he wanted to pick up any of the off-market deals that they have available or sell anything as a result of, what they've been doing with Lead Deck. No match, but landed the listing. Then she had a $400,000 buyer consult. They'll be here for Easter, which I can't believe how, Easter is not far away. Pretty good day. I still didn't get through everything and still have to close some loops. She said LFG, and then this GIF makes me laugh. So I sent that GIF, if nothing else, to make myself laugh. I don't even know. I'm not sure what creature that is, but it brought a smile to my face. So I share that to hopefully inspire you into some action. And as a reminder that what we are providing those of you using Lead Deck and those of you following, whether you participated in the original deal sprint or you're doing the listing sprint, is those are designed to get you enough activity so that you're spending more of your time with the cards that you then put in your hand. In other words, we want to work our way up so that we're spending more of our time just matching up relationships we have and less of our time with the cold. But we got to start somewhere. And depending on the ebbs and flows, look, we all go through ebbs and flows in the business. You may have to go back down to the cold and restart it. So that's what the deal sprint is about. That's what the listing sprint is about. Next month, unless something changes, we'll be doing one that is centered around senior owners, building out a pipeline of senior owners for those of you who are interested in that. And then have those available for any of our founder club members or people that are investing into those sprints as a kind of like break in case of emergency. You can't sleep Sunday night because you realize, man, my pipeline's pretty empty. What's my plan for the week to change that? Because you can drastically change that in a very short window of time if you follow a proven plan and you implement like crazy. Because Sean and Wendy, they are doing it. They're not messing around. Like, they're taking action and they're reaping the rewards of that.